Hi, my name is Chris Melnick and I'm a realtor in Halifax, Nova Scotia. Today, I'm going to talk to you about why you shouldn't buy a home to live in that was previously a rental. In short, these homes are often just worse in a lot of ways, yet often sell for a similar, if not the same price as a home that was owner-occupied. So you just get less for your money. Now, let me tell you all the ways they are worse. Many of these things you're probably not even aware of. Number one, the unknown history. With an owner-occupied home, the owner knows what that home has gone through and if it's had any damage. They would fill out a property disclosure statement, or PDS, admitting any faults that they're aware of. But if a tenant has lived there, then the owner will say they don't know anything about the condition and they don't fill out a PDS. What this means is that you're purchasing a mystery. Has it had water damage, termite damage, issues with the plumbing, issues with the electrical, etc.? Who knows? A home inspector is able to inspect for many of these things, but they can only inspect what they can see. Many times I've seen shoddy repairs done to likely cover up issues that are completely undisclosed and unknown. And that's just what you're dealing with. Number two, if the owner could cheap out on something, they probably did. What you have to remember is that a rental is a business investment. The goal is to make money. If they need new appliances, are they going to buy a high-end set? No, they're going to buy a low-end set that is at least functional, because that's what's necessary to rent out the unit. If they need tile work, carpentry, or painting done, who will they hire? Probably the cheapest person for the job to make it functional. There's a reason the term rental grade exists in construction. But with an owner-occupied home, they may have cared a lot for it and were willing to get the best of everything. And quality of workmanship is something that is typically undervalued when it comes to resale. So you typically get a lot more value for money when you buy an owner-occupied home. Number three, the home will likely show worse. With an owner-occupied home, they probably spent weeks or months preparing the home for sale, including cleaning, decluttering, repairs, and bringing in some new decor. With tenants, that's not the case. Each showing is just an interruption in their life, and making the home look great for sale is not a priority. In fact, logically, it's a priority to make the home look worse in hopes that no one buys it and they don't have to move out. Number four, unknown utility bills. When you're looking at a home for sale, your realtor can often get the electrical bill, the water bill, an oil bill, etc. from the listing realtor. This gives you a better sense of the operating costs and if the home is right for you. But if it's a rental, the tenants won't provide the bills. So it's just another unknown. Maybe the home is horribly insulated and the heating bills are obscene. Who knows? Number five, the possession timing can be challenging because if you plan to live there, you often have to ask the tenant to leave with legal forms. This adds time. You have to give them 2 months notice from the beginning of their rental period if it's month to month. So probably at the beginning of the month. Or if it's a fixed term, you need to wait until the term is up. Now, if it was owner-occupied, possession could have been a lot quicker and more flexible. Number six, there can be a lot more damage and surprises when taking possession of the home. Now, during a closing walkthrough, the home is to be vacant. This is the opportunity to check the walls and floors after all furniture has been removed. It's not uncommon for there to be a lot more damage compared to an owner-occupied home, because people who are forced to leave probably aren't as concerned about keeping things undamaged. Now, this is the responsibility of the seller to make right, but as a business person, it can be a battle to get that money. It's just one more problem to have. Number seven, love letters probably won't work. Now, writing a love letter to the seller is a great way to try to make your offer stand out and give you an edge. Sometimes you're able to get the property for less than the highest bid just because the seller identifies with you through the letter. But the seller of a rental property probably doesn't care about your letter. They just want the money from their investment. Number eight, Finally, there's the moral quandary of basically kicking out a tenant who they themselves probably did nothing wrong and now has to find a new place to live and probably pay a lot more money. This may even require uprooting their life to live in a new, cheaper part of the city. Yes, this is all legal, but it could still be something to consider if you care about that sort of thing. And that's why you shouldn't buy a home that was previously a rental. Both the home and the details surrounding the buying of the home is often just worse, often for the same money as an owner-occupied home. So if you would like to buy a home that was owner-occupied, feel free to call or email me. My contact information is in the description. Goodbye.